It works here. Hi. Hang on just a second.
It works here.
Hi.
Hang on a second.
Waiting for the delay.
There we go.
Yes. I had the brilliant idea to try a brand new overlay tonight, and that kind of almost didn't work, but thankfully my hubby is my quality control. This is me unmakeuped. I haven't even looked at my hair in like 8 hours. So you just get me tonight, and that's fine, because I think you guys love me, and that's wonderful. I am very thankful for my friend and yours, Michael Fossbeck. He and I have both had long, frustrating weeks. I don't know if frustrating is the word. Tiring. Long days. And we blew off some steam tonight with some duos in Fortnite, and it was like my 3rd time ever playing Fortnite. Hey Rads, thank you for stopping by. I'm going to fix something while I am setting up what I'm doing. So we had a blast. Literally, we blasted and we got blasted, and I'm very, very thankful for him, because we both needed to just kind of cut loose for a little while, and it was good relaxation. You can catch the VOD over on his channel and hear us playing together and having all sorts of silliness. So right now, I'm trying to get glue to come out of this container. We are going to grout the mosaic that I've been working on for what feels like frickin' ever. Because I don't know if any of you felt this. I think I've talked to some makers who have really lost our mojo in the beginning of the pandemic, which seems odd because you would think that that would be the perfect time to have stayed home and, you know, been working on stuff and cranking out projects. And all of us were just like, you know what? This is a lot, and I just need to, like, if I don't have to go to work, I don't want to do anything, and I'm just going to play video games and, like, try to absorb all of this with the rest of the world. So, yeah, nothing got really done, and I didn't get it back until, like, June or July, and then, like, with work, and maybe you work on this, but then something more time-sensitive comes up, and then you're like, I really cannot stand to put the 85 millionth piece of broken glass into this word right here. And so you don't. And this is just lost another piece. Sometimes I get impatient with my gluing and I don't put, you've never seen someone make one of these? Well, you're going to get a lesson, little lady. And also shout out to my friend Allison, who, if she's not here, she's going to be watching later. She is someone I know IRL, and she makes beautiful crochet work. If I'm remembering correctly, she did a crocheted purse that got auctioned off at a women's ministry event that ended up getting like $250 for women's missions. The group that I was a part of, we fundraised for grants for different charity organizations or different needs, both in America and across the world, and that was a fundraising event for that. So anyway, there's a collector's plate, and I don't know if I remember what it was, that of her husband's that got broken, and she was going to make something for him out of it, like a picture frame or something like that, and asked me about grouting or any other tips. So I'm going to go through all the steps as I'm doing this for her and for anyone else who kind of wants to be able to do this at home, because what you've seen right now so far is pretty basic. I use balsa wood for my backgrounds because it's sturdy, but it's also not so cumbersome that it's going to be heavy by the time that you're done. Weld Bond is a great glue. It's an all-purpose glue, and it adheres wood and glass, tile, and more. But wait, there's more. So this is what I use for my projects. your basic pair of pliers to move around the glass with. Some people, if it's bigger pieces, you know, just use your hands. Glass breaker. You can find these at your local Home Depot or whatever for, you know, anywhere between 10 and 20 bucks, depending on the quality. I'm just going to zoom this a little bit here. There we go. And then we talked about how to break the glass before, but basically you take your tile, you put it in between here, in between these wheels, and they just barely don't touch. But it will put enough force down on the glass to break it. And you kind of cup it in your hand, you break it, put some glue on the bottom, put the glass down. That's how you start making a mosaic. I usually draw in pencil on my background so I have my boundary lines. And then before you grout it, you want to let it dry for at least 24 hours. Now, you did see me fix some of these little pieces, and I'm just going to have to be careful of those when I'm grouting. But the good thing is that even if they come out during the grouting process, and some of them probably will, that's just the nature of the beast, you can always just glue them back in later, and then the grout is going to have everything like cemented in place. So very rarely that you're going to have stuff breaking later. It's going to be really pretty sturdy. Just so you can see what a finished piece looks like after the grout is put in. This is something I made. A lot of you nerds are going to recognize. Minecraft Brady Bunch style. So you can see in between here all the little grout lines. So that's basically like as hard as cement at this point. Ain't nothing gonna pull that out of there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put on the grout, wipe off the excess, let it dry for a little while. I usually do anywhere between 10 and 30 minutes. Kind of wash it off again. And then I let it dry for a little while more. And then we're going to start to polish the tiles, which... Where did it go? Ah, it's over here. Oh, I just hit the microphone. I'm sorry. How's my voice level? Voice level okay?
Yeah, feels pretty good.
This is called... What?
Is there supposed to be music on right now, or are you just...
Not right now while I'm talking.
Okay, good.
Thank you. This is called a Grout Elf. There is one website where you can find this because I believe it's just a gal that makes these somewhere in the Midwest, I think. But this is what I use to polish the tiles with. It's basically a little palette knife, and it's got this little rubber piece on the back. And this, I need a new one because this is really chewed up and worn away. In fact, I might order one tonight. But when we're done and we wash it off, there's still going to be a film on the grout or on the mosaic tiles themselves. So we're going to take this and kind of polish the tiles, and I'll get closer in when I do that, to clear off the excess and get it so that film comes off. And the other way you want to detail it, and I usually, I'll do some of this the day of and some of it the next day, but you take just a little dental pick, because you're going to get a lot of instances where, you know, grout may get in here but like cover up half of this triangle, and so you're going to need to get in there and like kind of pick it away. It can be a very tedious process depending on what like the complexity of your piece that you're working on. So what I'm going to do is get this grouted. We're also going to play some Ori and the Blind Forest, excuse me, which I've never played, but I've heard a lot about, and everyone that I've talked to in the last couple weeks that I've mentioned that to says, oh, you're absolutely going to love it. I've seen some gameplay, but I have not played it. So this Rodolph asks, do you hang these or do you put them on stands or do they lay flat? I know nothing. You know things. You just may not know anything about this. The answer is yes. You could do pretty much anything. I made my dad something this size. Move this back up here. And they have it sitting on a little, like an ornament thing where it's just like a little stand that's got like the curly Q things in the end, and it sits up like this. This one, I have a little wire on the back that can hang it up on the wall. This is What was this called, honey? The cement stuff that I broke many a scroll saw blade on. Whatever it is, it's 1/4 inch something. That is very, very heavy. That's why I've switched to the balsa wood. So as big as this is like bigger, like as big as a hefty sized dinner plate. But because the tiles are so, dang it, I gotta fix that too. I think I'm just happen to be touching the 2 tiles on the edge that come off. Yep, none of the rest of them come off. Cool. Well, I found them. With as big as this is, it's very light because of the balsa wood. So it can hang on the wall with just some of those basic, I've actually got them in the other room, the picture hangers that are like the flat silver with the little claws on them, and you put them in with 2 little nails. I'll put 2 of those on here, and that will hold it dead in place, and it will not move. And then you could lay it flat. People will do mosaics on like patio tables. They'll get a solid patio table, and then maybe they have a bunch of broken china from a move or something, and they will put that on there and grout it, and then maybe put like an epoxy on it, and then use it as a patio table. So very versatile art form. So after I put this tile back in place, I'm going to show you guys how to mix the grout. But I'm going to give my general disclaimer that I'm going to give with pretty much anything I do, is that art form is an art form. There are certain things that have certain methods and certain steps you need to follow. Something like this can have some levels of interpretation. The way that someone cuts their glass, the design method with which they use, like you see for me, I try to change up my textures from section to section. So I've got the anchor tops or these skinny little ones, and then I've got square, and then these are bigger triangles, and then the lines. Some people just use a bunch of broken glass and put it in different shapes to try to give the impression of something. I'm trying to go very literal. So this was very fine cut and very detailed, and it took a very long time. With the grouting, I was taught in person by a gal who is very knowledgeable. I've read things online for the grouting process, and I've read the procedures for what is on the actual box of grout. All different. Similar, but different. Different in the amount of time you have to let it dry, different in the phase of when you wash it off, things like that. So I'm doing what I feel has worked well for me. If you feel like you want to do it a little bit differently, if you want to do, the washing off at a different time or what have you, feel free, because that's what we do with a lot of artwork is we play around, and sometimes we get it wrong, and sometimes other people show us a better way to do it. I may do this video and get like 8,000 comments about, God, I wish I could have 8,000 comments on something. Wouldn't that be nice? I may have like 2 comments of someone saying, it really works better when you do it for this amount of time. Then I will have learned something. So we're all learning together, but this is how I've done it. I've been selling pieces for about 3 years now, and have yet to have anyone say that it has fallen apart. So first we are going to mix some grout, and I keep going back and forth on this. Let me give you a little different viewpoint of me. I've done pieces where I have done all the same grout color, which is standard. I've done pieces where I've done a couple of sections in different grout colors, which is doable, but tricky. And if I weren't in a rush, and if I weren't doing this on camera, I might get even more meticulous than that. Because what I was originally thinking was having the white sections be white grout, gray in between, and then black all the way around. I'm not screwing around with that right now. Especially the white in the words. So, I think what I'm going to do I think I'm going to make this all gray. I was thinking I was maybe going to do black around the outside edge, but I think I'm just going to do all gray. So that's what we're going to do. So the grout that I was told to use, that I have yet to fail me, is a sanded grout. Polyblend is a great brand. This is what I get at Home Depot. You can order them in these kind of boxes. There's smaller containers, or I have like big, huge bags that I had to dump into giant Tupperware containers because it was the only bag they had of that color. So you mix this with a little bit of water. And the way that I think about the consistency is basically the consistency of hummus. You want it to be kind of like a paste, but not too dry and clumpy, and not so liquidy that it's just going to run everywhere and then not set up properly. So I'm going to mix it. Let me start some music. I'm going to mix it and then show you what I think it should feel like to me. Let's start here. I'm still playing around with music, and I've started making a playlist. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Well, I don't know. It may not need to be down a little bit. It definitely needs to be down in my ear. How is that on stream? Did it change it on stream or no?
Honestly, I can barely hear it on stream.
You can barely hear it on stream, but you can hear me fine?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, well then let's turn it. Hello, Miss Envy. It is late for you, but how was your evening? Did you have any adventures? I know Miss Radolph said that she was going on an adventure. Now it's too loud.
And it's a little echoey too.
And it's a little echoey. It's probably because it's in my microphone for some reason. And this is what I don't understand. It's being picked up by my microphone, but my microphone's there. Let's do this here. Miss Envy, tell me about your evening. Evening was good. Played some Apex with Batsy, then Batsy and Mikey Kirsch, then Mikey Kirsch, then the three again, and then just Batsy. All right. Well, I turned my microphone down. Hopefully that will get rid of the echoiness. It seems to have. Can you hear me okay still? But is it like really bad? Fantastic. Well, is the echoing so bad that it's distracting? I do need to turn it down in my ear.
Not really.
Okay. We're just gonna deal with that and I'll fix it later. Oh, it might have been my monitor. Okay. I didn't hear an echo. Okay. I did Fortnite duos with Fosbeck tonight because he came home and he was like, it just needs to be a Fortnite tonight, and I commented back on Twitter, are you playing Sing alone? He said, well, depends on what you're doing. So we ran around and oh no, that's really loud. We ran around and had all sorts of silliness, and it was lovely and wonderful and a fun, good time that I very much needed. So, this is just the way life is right now. All right, so let me get the grout on here, and we'll do the initial getting off of the excess material. And then while that is drying, we will get into a little bit of Ori and the Blind Forest. So, I'll show you how this gets mixed. Tell me if the music is too loud, because it's loud in my ear, but I don't want to screw with it because anything I do is just going to screw up sound on stream. Stop it! Okay. So this obviously is a powder, as you can tell by the way it's been flying all over the place already. It does not take much. It doesn't take nothing, but it doesn't take much. I need to get a new box of grout. This is starting to get a little on the dry side. Okay. And you're just gonna kind of have to play around with it. I mean, you could get technical and say, oh, you need a quarter cup of whatever to, you know, 3 teaspoons of this thing. Well, not always. Yeah, that'll break up. This is a bit wider than my other ones, so I'm gonna make a little extra. That way, at least I'd rather have too much than not enough. Although if you do find yourself not having enough, then just mix up some more in the container. All right, we'll start there. Dust.
Yeah.
So the other thing you're gonna need is a little container of water and a sponge. Do not use paper towel. Do not use a washcloth, because what's gonna happen is the fibers from the paper towel or the strings from the washcloth are gonna get caught in your glass. They're gonna rip, they're gonna shred, they're gonna get stuck in there, and then you're gonna have a mess and something that you have to sit here and pick out with your dental tool before you've even finished. Sponge. So what I do is I just go a few spoonfuls at a time and I start mixing it up, and remember we're looking for like a hummus type consistency. And I know that's not near enough water, but I just like to kind of start getting it incorporated. Break up any pieces. This is an older box of grout, so I can tell, kind of like when you have brown sugar and they get some clumps in there. I'll smash that up while I'm stirring. So what else is going on out there in the world, guys? Hope you're doing well. Hope you get some good sleep tonight if you end up nodding off before I finish stream. If you want to, honey, shout out Miss Envy. She is coming up on her affiliate anniversary. So on Valentine's Day, we're going to be gathering over on her channel all day, or at least a good chunk of the day, for all sorts of nuttiness and silliness and fun times and celebrating the wonderful woman that is Miss Envy. So I might have now gotten too much water in here. Break everything up and see. Yep, I absolutely did, but that's okay, because now you just add more powder in it. So if you can see that consistency, that's pretty soupy. That's not what we want. So I'm just gonna grab some more powder to balance it out. Bryce, I told you I was grouting tonight, but that's okay. How was your chair? What was the rating? I didn't get to watch your video because I was playing Fortnite with Fosbeck. What was the verdict? Were there any problems building? Bryce got himself a Streamlabs chair. Cool thing about the chair is how little you actually need. Oh, so you didn't need like any big construction materials or something? You didn't need a backhoe? No buzz saw. Okay. So we have swung a little far in the other direction. I'm going to take some of these chunks out that aren't breaking up. I really should have checked my grout before I did this. Take that one out. Now this is a little thick, but I actually prefer it. Oh, the grout, little grout, yeah. Sorry. But I assume you also did not need a backhoe to assemble your chair. no chainsaws, air compressors, things of that nature. Okay, we are pretty dang close now. Yep. Okay, so you can think of it as hummus. You can think of it as like a Wendy's Frosty. But see that? There's like not really anywhere where the water's pooling up in places. But it is very just, you know, hummusy. So, now what you're going to do, you may want to use gloves. Miss Envy, I'm going to go say hi to Mike real quick and head upstairs. Might be lurking when you get up there unless you try to go sleepies. Yes, I would rather you go sleepies because you needs the sleeps. Rads might have a bit of a hard time if she tried it all alone. Miss Envy, I love you. We had a good day. We both, I think, have had good streams today. And I will see you mañana. Looks like chocolate frosting. Yeah. This actually, now that I'm playing with it, I'm going to put just another like half spoon of powder in here. Oh, this is like old-timey. I went for like a kind of a folksy feel tonight because my new layout has like fireflies and a campsite and everything, but this is like old-timey. Talking about this grout, yeah, this is where you hear, Bryce, when I showed the brand name, pretty much all of this stuff you get at Home Depot. So you don't need to put like a gajillion dollars into being able to do mosaic work. Is the sound balance still okay? I feel like I'm screaming because it's so loud in my ear, but I don't want to mess with it.
Yeah, the
Okay.
balance feels good, actually.
You came in and said something right away. Okay, I'll show you what kind it is here in just a second. So this is the stuff that I get from Home Depot. It needs to be sanded grout, but it's just this poly blend stuff. And it comes in the different colors here. Okay. All right. So, what you're gonna do, you're gonna slap the grout on there, and you're gonna take your damp sponge, not soaking wet, just damp, and you're going to just kind of mush it in all the places. And I get it nice and mushed down first, and then I kind of wipe over it in different directions so you can make sure that the grout gets in at all the different angles that it could. You really want it to get pushed in there so it cements everything into place and no pieces come out later. Yep, this is where it's gonna get worse before it gets better. So, buy clean mosaic, flomp. All right, and I'm just gonna push it around. Some people, you know, my friend that taught me how to do mosaics, her name is Ellie. She and I both agree that you either love the grouting process and don't so much care for doing the actual tile work, or it's the exact other way around. You love doing the tiles, but you hate doing the grouting process. I agree. I think I like the grouting process more. I like seeing it finished. I love just that sense of completion when it's all done and it's all detailed. But I do also enjoy seeing it come together. So, you know, I like both parts, but I definitely, if I had to pick one, like partner with someone, that would be what I would choose. Yep, shout out to Miss Rads, thank you, and to Bryce. You two stop it. I will turn this stream around. You behave. My mod's getting all rowdy in chat. All right, so as you can see, I've been pushing this all around in different angles. Really trying to shove it in there. And if you kind of look down close, you'll be able to see if you've got like any air pockets where it's missing something. Now I'm just trying to get this inner part first because I did leave quite a space around here because it has, in the original design of the seal, it has a pretty thick black line, but I had so much stuff that I was cramming in there so close together. I thought I'm just gonna let the line be represented by the grout. So I'm getting up to that point. I'm just looking around to see if there's anywhere that has any like little air bubbles where grout didn't settle in. It's looking good so far. I haven't lost any tiles. I'm fully expecting to lose a couple off the sides, but that's okay. If you go through the grouting process, especially on a piece this meticulous, and you don't lose anything, you're a unicorn, and you need to be scientifically studied and put on display. AKA, if you get tiles that come off during the process, do not panic. It is normal. Okay, so that's done. So now I'm gonna get some fresh, wet stuff. If your grout starts to dry, you do have a window of time where you can stir it up and maybe just add like a few drops of water to kind of freshen it up. But you've generally got, I'd say, anywhere between like 10 and 20 minutes where you have playtime with it. Once you do that, you're pretty much done with that, and you're gonna need to get you some new stuff. Now, I will tell you, because this, if you're especially not someone who's used to working with this stuff, it may not be common knowledge. Do not dump grout down your sink. Bad things will happen, and it will be expensive. And people that live in the house will get mad at you. I've not had this happen, but I have heard of it happening, and it is not fun. Basically, over time, all the grout will get in there and just like plug your pipes solid. So what you do is I just get as much of like the water out as possible. I'll like wash out, I'll take a paper towel first and I'll scrape out the inside of the dish and then just throw it in the garbage. And then I do also get to a point where I just start using my hands because I'm a dirty art kid. You can use gloves, you can not use gloves, you could do everything with utensils, that's fine, but I'd like to think of artists as just getting in there and getting it done. And yes, Bryce also makes a very good point. Do not lick the spoon. Because then remember what I said happens to your plumbing in your house? Works on all sorts of plumbing. And that could also be very expensive. And deadly! Don't do it! Don't do it. That's coming along pretty good. This is still pliable, so I'm gonna come back here. Screw the spoon, I'm just using my hands. Especially when I gotta get in these big spaces here and I wanna feel that it's even. I do this a lot with my stuff. I will like refuse to wear gloves and I will get all dirty and like with alcohol inks and stuff, I will look like an Easter egg for days because I just don't want the process inhibited for me. I want to feel what's going on. I want to be able to control it better without gloves. So, to each their own, but I'm a dirty, dirty art kid. Told y'all I was going to be like making mud pies, right? Radolph watches intently. Yeah, peeling it off for days, but the alcohol ink, it's basically, it's a pure dye. Like, and it's a stain. So it basically, until you get a new layer of skin, it's gonna be there. There is no washing it off with something. You can make it look weaker, but it will be there. And it will be on your fingernails, and it will be under your fingernails. But I digress. So I feel like there was more I was gonna say. Oh, and so with washing the dish, I get as much of it out with a paper towel as I can. and then I put some water in it and I swish it around and I kind of wash out the inside of the dish, like without dumping the water out into the sink. Then I'll let it settle so that the grout kind of settles to the bottom. Pour out as much water as I can before the grout starts going down the sink. Then I'll repeat the process with the paper towel just so you're not dumping like a huge amount of grout down your sink. All right, now I do the edges different ways. You're gonna see like wires and stuff probably. I've done mosaics before where I will build up an edge, kind of like this. I know that's probably hard to see. So it kind of looks pretty, but this is gonna go through the mail and I don't really wanna mess with that. So I'm just gonna take some grout and just go along the edge to make sure that the spaces in between the tiles along the outside are getting filled. Bryce, stop being a troublemaker. He says, dump it in the storm drain, then it's the city's problem, and then in parentheses, do not do this. Yeah, don't even suggest, no, stop. The resin is so toxic, yeah. Just like to use disposables, yeah. So it really depends on how you want your edge to look. Like the Minecraft one that I showed you had a nice, like kind of rounded edge with the grout. But that can crumble if you don't get it the right consistency, and then you have to patch it up and then wait for it to dry, and then you're not really done yet, and then maybe it crumbles off later. I find when it's something this, especially even around the outside, that I'll just kind of do this to make the grout go in between the tiles and just give it that much more security to hold them in place. And then call it a day. All right. I did just realize that mistakes were made, not in my project, but in my stream. I very hurriedly set up this overlay because I'd started it and I got far enough with all my setup that I knew I wanted to do it. But then when I was asked to come out and play, I just dropped everything and I went out and I played. And then we got done at like, I don't even know if he's probably not even watching, but I think we got done with Fortnite at like a quarter till, and I wanted to be on at 8. So, and we already had to move like all my stuff from my chair over to the table, which involves moving TV screens and computers and wires and stuff. So needless to say, what I'm about to get across is I don't have a deep breathing screen. I also don't have a be right back screen. So, what I'm gonna do is sit here and think about if I have to do anything else. I'm just gonna first like kind of wash this off my fingers in my little water dish over here. And I'm gonna... Honey, send me a message that the next time I do a stream, I need to redeem deep breathing for Bryce. I would sit here and lead deep breathing for you, Bryce, but the whole point of me needing to take a break is so that I can go wash my hands and wash out that dish before it turns into a ball of concrete. You're definitely going to want to squeeze out your sponge because you're going to use it several more times. So what I do is I usually just let this set up for just a few minutes and get like the big excess stuff off. I don't scrub and scrub it, but I just really get a lot of the water out of the sponge. And then I just kind of lightly go over and get the big chunky stuff off. And I'm not going to scrape around the edge because I don't want to pull anything up yet. So just getting the big chunkies off, making sure I didn't miss any spots. And you're going to want to rinse this out fairly regularly. I know you are, Bryce, and I love you. You make me smile. And I appreciate all your help. All of us do. Me, Miss Envy, Rads. Whenever we are streaming and whenever you can be there, you are just right there and right on top of it with the commands, and we appreciate you very much. Okay. Miss Envy was an influence in the dual screens chat. She was a troublemaker in the dual screens chat. Goodness. Love you, Miss Envy. She is a hoot and a half. I love her. I love all of you. And for anyone else out there who is not able to talk to me right now because it's a different time zone, or you're watching another streamer, or you didn't even know I existed until someone sent this video to you, probably maybe weeks or months down the road, or maybe even years, I'm talking to you from the past. I love you too. I love everybody, and I want people to be having a good day, and I don't wish harm on people or, want them to be struggling, Even if someone comes at me with something, I try to, and this is very hard to do, and I'm not always good at it. We're all imperfect, but I try to just take a second and think about the fact that they're probably going through something. They've probably had a bad day. They've got something going on. Maybe they just got some bad news. Maybe they've been in a bad relationship and they're trying to decide if they want to leave it. Maybe they're completely broke and they're going to lose their home. You never know what is going on in someone's day. So I try to just love on everyone until, I do the best I can. All right. Chat. I'm going to leave you for a moment to talk amongst yourselves because I do not have a BRB screen. So if you will give me just a moment, I'm going to go wash my hands and wash out this dish. And when I come back, we're going to switch to Ori and the Blind Forest. I'm going to let this dry for about a good half hour until it gets a very dusty, pale film over the top. And you basically can't see the moisture anymore. Then we're going to take another step. So I will be right back. Chat away. Why don't you talk a break or something? Why is it that every time I need to put grout in this trash can, it's empty? Alrighty, Roo. So, how about those Cub socks? the sports ball? Yeah, like my hubby says, everyone you know is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind always. Hat chisel. Able to drop in, oh, long-time crafter, first-time grouter. Any recommendations on where to get grout and what kind to get? We've covered that, but I will be happy to show you again. So you need sanded grout. And this polyblend stuff you can just get right from Home Depot. They have these bigger boxes. They have little containers if you just want to test something out or if you have a smaller project. Or they have like huge boxes. So what we did, I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. I took a container and it's powder. So you put in just like a few spoonfuls of the powder and then just little bits of water at a time, and you stir it all together until it becomes like a hummus consistency. They have it in caulk tubes too. I'm only going to speak, Bryce, to what I have for experience for this art. So that might be some way to do it, but I'm just thinking about what I've been taught. So stir it up until it gets to be like a hummus or maybe even like a stiff Wendy's Frosty consistency. And then you take a damp sponge, you plop some of your grout down, and you just work it in and go in all directions so you can get it in all the little cracks. Go around the outsides. If you have some tiles or pieces of glass come up, not a big deal. Just glue them back down and work over it a little bit, and then it will still cement itself into place. Then I usually, like I just did, take the sponge, get it really wrung out, and then just wipe off just enough of the excess so where you can see this. And if you can even see, guys, we were talking about waiting for that film. So I don't know if you can see that there's starting to be like a dry, chalky film. See that right there? And it's kind of dry now. It's not so wet anymore. I'm still going to let this dry for probably about a half an hour. And then hat chisel, just in case you don't stick around, I'll give you the last steps. What you're going to do after you let it set for about a half hour is you're going to take your sponge, and then you're really going to kind of get the rest of it off as much as you can. Let it dry about another 10 minutes to a half an hour until it's not wet anymore. And then you can really kind of use anything to polish with that's rubbery. But this is called a grout elf, and you're going to want to Google that because it's just like one woman in the Midwest that makes them and sells them on her own website. But they're about $14. And it's just a palette knife with a rubbery piece on it. And then you go through and you polish off the tiles. And then you take a dental pick and you can, like, I usually do this part the next day, but you go through and can like clean up your grout lines and dig around anything that got a little too thick, stuff like that. And then I usually give it another polish at that point. And then you're done. And then it's so cemented in place that it's really not gonna go anywhere. Another thing I've done, if you guys can't get a grout elf, is when I've taught a class before, I've taken the palette knives and then I've just taken an old t-shirt and cut it up and like rubber banded it around the palette knife. So as long as it's like a smooth surface that, again, doesn't have any consistency like a paper towel or a washcloth that's going to be all like super fibrous and have fibers sticking out of it, that's going to catch on the tile and then rip and then get crammed down in there. But any kind of a really tight knit fabric or the rubber or anything that's going to be able to polish the tiles off without getting caught on something is what you can use to polish off with. So I'm going to leave this here and we're going to switch to Ori and the Blind Forest. I guarantee you the sound isn't going to work right the first time. Just because that's how I roll. And this is a brand new overlay that I didn't test because I was a dummy dum-dum and didn't leave myself enough time. But that's okay because it was worth it. Very worth it for the Fosbeck friend time. I'm going to say this one more time. If you have not followed Michael Fosbeck, I highly suggest you do. and turn on that notification bell, fam, because he is going through the medium on some of his streaming days. This week was a little off because he had a very busy week at work, as have I. And so different streaming activities, but he's going through the medium, and like my husband and I and a couple other people were sitting in chat kind of going through it with him and watching the some of the jump scares and helping along with some of the puzzles. And he's fantastic to watch play games because he interacts very well and he narrates very well and understandably and slowly. Hatchizzle, you are very welcome. And like I said, if you want to message me or set up a voice chat or something while you're going through it, or if you want to talk through it ahead of time, you can reach out to me anytime. I work from home. I always have my phone on me. Glad to help. So, all right. Holla! I shouted out your crochet bag that got all the fundraisers. All right, here we go. Let's see if it works. Video, engage. There be the Discord. Now what in the bloody hell? Okay, so my microphone works. There's the capture card above, not above everything else. No. Maybe? No, that's where it should be. Turn the on button. Okay, so I just didn't hit the on button right. Okay. So now let's see what the sound does. I should have, do I have desktop sound in here? Oh, I have capture card sound. And it's cranked really high. Oh, it is gonna work. I saw the blip. All right. Let's sit back, so let's do this. Rads, I don't have a Minerva. Oh, I could turn this. Where's my puppy?
She's over by the door.
Hey, my puppy. Come here. Hey, sweetie. Yeah, I know. I've got stuff on my hands. All right, lay down. Right there. Lay down. Good. You're testing me, Rads. All right, let me add the other webcam. Video capture device, camera 2. Puppy. She's upside down, but there she is. There you go. Up here. Hi. Oh, my puppy. Stay. There you go. There's your puppy cam on an overlay that I already didn't have prepared. I love you. Hey, lay down. Minerva. Down. Stay. Good girl. Let me actually get this up so I can see properly. Yeah, I said go home. All right. So Blind Forest is first. There we go. The definitive edition. You're going to have to let me know how the sound is, because I can't see Streamlabs anymore.
Okay.
So again, I have not played this before. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Seems like my kind of jam. I'm going to assume this is a loading screen. If you didn't hear me say it before or 10,000 times on any of my other streams, I hope you're having a good day. If you're not, I hope this at least gives you some distraction. Ooh. How's it sound? there should be a happy medium. Alright, this is already gorgeous. Start game. We're gonna go normal. I don't really do baby ass baby mode unless I have to. You don't need to change the title of the stream though, because I did both. Thank you. This is a beautiful game. We haven't even started playing yet. If I'm supposed to do something, my controllers aren't responding. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is so my jam. Hi, little leaf. Aww. That's so cute. She's like my little kitty. Oh. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, Stretch. I love the music too. Guys, this is seriously the most freaking precious thing I've ever seen. You gonna swing on the swing? Like, what are we gonna do? No? Okay. Oh, they're building a bridge. This is so freaking wholesome. I don't know if I want to continue because something bad's gonna happen. Look at how freaking cute they are. My ovaries are exploding. Uh-oh. Okay, not that way. Oh, are we never gonna see her again? I don't like this, guys. Something bad's gonna happen. Aww. Oh, is like everything dead? Oh. Is she gonna die now? Oh yay, food. Okay. I don't like the fact that those are memories. Don't you dare. Come on now. Are we really gonna do this tonight? This is absolutely not okay. I'm not in an okay emotional state for this, guys. I hate this game. It better be worth it, Bryce. Look at him. He's so friggin' sad. I'm actually tearing up. They have to make the music so sad. Like, seriously. It also doesn't help that my cuddle bug of a cat is snoring so adorably right over there. I'm good, Bryce. I'm good. Seriously, there has to be someone tell me that there's a soundtrack for this game. Now I just gotta sneeze. Okay. That was 15 minutes. We have saved. Let us do the next step, and then while that's drying, then we'll actually do a little bit of gameplay. Good gracious, you guys. You should have warned me. Be like, oh, maybe don't do this if you're, not having a great week. Yeah, that was 15 minutes, Bryce. I see the counter down on my capture card. All right. I didn't say that you had to tell me what it was. Just say maybe you're prepared to be a little bit sad. That's all I gotta say. I do need to, I need one of those things like Bone Jangles has where he can just quick hit a thing to mute his microphone and do a pause or whatever when he needs to eat. Cause hang on. Okay. Sorry. I'll think of that for the future. I gotta blow my nose scene. Okay. So, now the next step that I'm gonna do is just one more, and Bryce is right, I did see it go by, but I didn't want to interrupt the story. Don't do this in clothing that you're not prepared to destroy. I know that I don't destroy clothes when I grout. I do get them dusty and stuff, but you will see I am wearing my Savage Industries shirt from one Mr. Adam Savage, and he is a maker who makes things and likes to have comfortable clothes to do it in, so I figured that I might as well use his comfortable clothing to make my things in. So, thank you, Mr. Adam Savage. If you ever get the chance to play it, last day of June is great, but a tearjerker. But be ready to... oh, that apron, yeah. That apron would be good for someone like you who does more shop work. This is about as dirty as I get, and about, all of my tools, everything I do, I'm sitting at a table where all of my stuff is around me. So I don't really have the use for the apron, but it is I've heard it's very well made. It's very nice and useful. Okay, so I don't know how I want to look. This is a clean day for Bryce, yeah. He does lots of stuff. He is going to be one of my featured artists of the month soon. I have not set up my makers of the month just because I've been so busy with other things, but I think this weekend I finally get a reprieve, and I'm going to touch base with them and then get their stuff set up for next week. So again, get this really good and squeezed out so that you're not dumping a ton of moisture in here. But then we're just going to get it more clean. So this is where you really want to try to get off most of the grout as possible. I wouldn't go too crazy with digging into places because that's what your dental pick is going to be for later. Plus, you don't want to, like I say, use a sponge. This is probably one of the best things you can use this for, or use for this. But you will, if you sit here and scrub and scrub and scrub, you're still going to get little chunks that come off and embed itself in your piece. So don't go too crazy. Come in covered in black dust from sanding EVA. Yeah. What did I say? Off or out of what? I don't remember what I said. I said words, and words are hard. Oh, just getting the grout off the top. Is that what you mean? You know what I mean. Okay. And then I am going to be a little more ginger around the outside. Yeah, scrub it off. Don't get it out. Yeah. This is looking... I'm so excited about this, you guys. Oh my goodness. I'm just, by the way, when you see me do this, I'm not pushing it down and dragging it across. I'm just kind of like pressing it down and lifting it up to try to get some of the stuff that's underneath there. Bryce says he's got to run to his UV oven. Sounds good. This is going to be my next like 5 minutes, so you're good. And I just kind of try to run my eyes up and down the whole thing and get off as much as possible while knowing that I am still going to have another couple chances to be able to do that. So you can even just see right now the difference between here and over here. Let me bring this down a little bit so you can see more of what I'm doing. See how I've got little, like this piece is stuck up, so it's ripping off some of the sponge. Just be mindful of what you've got going on with your stuff when you do that. See, this is going to be a lot of polishing and a lot of dental tool work. This is what I'm doing tomorrow night, yeah. This is what I'm doing tomorrow night when I'm not streaming. Tomorrow I'm going to be streaming drawing, and I've got a few projects to work on that you guys can watch me do, and we can sit and chit chat. If I have time, I wanted to do this last week and I didn't have enough time to get it figured out, but I want to start doing little games and stuff while I'm drawing. I don't know if I can pull off Stream Raiders with my rig right now until I get more memory and stuff in there, just because Stream Raiders is such a resource hog. But I know there's other little games that we could do. There's extensions, but I haven't figured out how to get them to work yet. I don't know, we might even do like a trivia night while I'm drawing. That would be fun, right? Do like a trivia night and figure out some kind of prize. If you will go to my Discord, I don't know if someone's around to put in the Discord command, but if not, I will here in a minute, or my husband will when he gets back. But I do have a suggestions type channel. Thank you, Miss Rattle. That you can put that kind of stuff in. So if you think of a game you want me to play, or a project you want me to do, or a class you want me to teach, a game that we want to play on stream together, things like that, go ahead and hit me up in that Discord and put it in that channel, and I'll take a look, because I really think that my channel is going to evolve over the next 6 months to beginner's drawing. Put it in the Discord, Bryce. I will be more than happy to. I'm not doing much of the class teaching right now, because I'm doing a demonstration, but I'm not leading you guys through a class. Once I get myself settled and I get through the next couple of months at work and some other stuff, Then I'm going to really get into teaching classes that we all do together, that we prepare for ahead of time. I have you guys get supplies, like cheapy stuff, like painting and things like that. I don't know, Bryce, I thought there was one that was like suggestions or like, tell me what I should do or something. But if you don't see that, just put it in the chatting in the studio and I'll move it. This is how I learn the basics and apply in oddball ways. Yeah. Well, like I said, I learned how to do mosaics from one gal, and I started doing them on my own, and I looked up other resources, and I learned possible different ways to do it, and then I settled into my own way of doing it. So, yeah, lots of ways to learn artwork. While you're doing this, you do want to get as much of the grout off as you can, but also just be aware that you're not pushing down so much moisture into it that it's going to not set up properly. So just keep your sponge as dry as you can and don't like squeeze water into it when you're cleaning it out. There's a Discord suggestion. Okay, I'll just put it in chatting in the studio for right now, Bryce, and I'll create a channel for stream ideas. I thought I made one. Sorry. So yeah, lots of things that I want to do that I have in my head. I told you guys that I was going to be starting goals this week for myself, and I have been doing that, but I have not had a chance to do any of the graphics or the jar that you guys are going to fill up when you see me or hear me like screw up on my goals to be able to punish me with. I think I'm going to call it treadmill talking, and it's going to be it's going to be a hefty channel point redemption, but it will be a channel point redemption. And then that will also happen when the jar of stuff gets too full. But I'm going to set up, we have a third webcam that I'm going to put over by my treadmill, just like from here up, because y'all don't need to be seeing how much real estate my hips take up. And then you guys can have me go do like 5 minutes on the treadmill. And the person, I think how I'm going to do it is the person who redeems it gets to pick a topic of their choice for me to expand upon for that 5 minutes. And keep in mind that I do have fibromyalgia, which is a chronic pain and fatigue disease. So if I am having already a rough day, I probably shouldn't be streaming in the first place, but it would certainly not involve me getting up and doing any kind of physical activity. So at that point, I would give you a free doggy cam and an IOU for a day that I am feeling good and you are back in my chat. So that's how that's going to go, probably, I think. I gotta think of prizes that I want to do for some kind of giveaway. I don't want to take Batchild's shtick of giving away Steam games, because that's his deal. Speaking of Batchild, I would like you, if you have not, I think everyone here already does. This is why I have mods. Hang on. Yeah, I sure did. Thank you. I hit it when I reached over to shout out Batchild. So if you have not followed him, please do so. He is a wonderful gentleman that plays games with his chat all week long. He's doing some kind of stream raiders when he's streaming. He does the Marbles on Stream Mondays, where you basically just type in the chat, ! play, and it puts a marble up on a screen with everyone else in there in a big digital racetrack, and whoever wins gets a code for a Steam game. It's that simple. And then we're all kind of messing around and doing that stuff. He also has Yeah, I want to see if I can find something else, though, to give out, Bryce. Maybe like a drawing of some sort, but that's okay, Miss Randolph. You don't have to be here 24/7. You know, I know I have you guys as mods, but I still don't want to make you feel like you have to be here every second in case I need something. So I appreciate it, but you're fine. So I'll figure out something. I've got some ideas in my head for something different that I want to do, because I also want to make this, like, I want to tailor what I'm doing to me as well, and make it be something that's applicable to me. And I have some ideas. I also want to try to figure out something to do for people that sub to my channel. And then I would go back and hit the people who have already subbed that I have not done things for yet. I kind of got an idea for that too, but I need to chew on it a little bit. So all things to be looking forward to in my channel. Radolph listens more intently.
I'm thinking I'm gonna head to bed.
You going to bed?
Yep.
All right. I'm good here. I don't think I need anything else. So night. Wave good night to the people.
Good night, people.
Good night, hubby. Yeah, so as soon as I'm working with, I don't want to tell you guys yet because I haven't told Fosbeck yet, and I really want to tell him before I tell you guys. So I will just say that there is an event planned throughout all of March, that it is going to involve on and off a lot of our favorite streamer friends that we've been hanging out with and that we've been talking about. And it's going to be a fundraiser for Extra Life. I'm going to say this until he yells at me to quit saying it, but I cannot express enough my thanks to Michael Fosbeck, because I asked him, like I asked probably 3 or 4 other people, do you have X game? And we're thinking of doing a tournament in March to raise money for Extra Life, because my hubby and I wanted to do like a quarterly stream for Extra Life. And he says, well, I don't, but do you want to turn it into something bigger? And I thought about it, and at first I was like, oh, but I wanted to do a 12-hour stream, but wait. And so we had a long talk about it. We've made a lot of plans already, and we're making more, and it is going to be a really fun, really, really cool event that's going to go all month long in March. There's going to be ways that you as the viewers can be involved and donate and, you know, do things to punish some of your streamer friends. And there's going to be ways for other streamer friends to be involved. And, yeah, so we're going to be getting together information about that and getting stuff out. And there's your little teaser for it. And I'll keep releasing just a little bit more and a little bit more information until I can finally tell you guys everything. But I got to get it organized. Yes, and so are both of you. So, all right. I think I'm happy with that for now. So, as you can see, most of the grout is off. This is mostly what it's going to look like now that it's done. However, you can see that there are places where some of the grout is a little bit thicker in areas than others. This is going to be where we take our dental tool and the polishing thing and kind of clean it up. So, you know, picture this. Now turn the sharpness up like maybe 20%, and then that's going to be the finished thing. Yes, both of you are going to be involved, but don't freak out because it's not a big deal. It's going to be fun. And you don't have to organize anything. I'm just going to say, hey, come do this at X time. And you'll actually get to tell me what times, because part of what I'm going to do to organize my streamer friends is Fosbeck and I are going to have like a letter with a questionnaire that says, I have these games, I have these platforms, and I'm available at these times. And I'm going to take it all and compile it, and we're going to get a schedule of stuff. Oh, I love that you know the word voluntold. That's our favorite word, is being voluntold. All right, so we're going to play this. It is 9:43. I'm going to play this until 10 or 10:15. And then we are going to, I'm just going to show you a little bit of the polishing process. And then we'll probably call it good. Finally booked the contractor to put in my garage door. Nice. Nice. Garage doors are not fun. Yep. Voluntold comes from Bryce's military dad. And yep, military thing. It's also, Miss Raz, you say it's a military thing. It's also a church thing. Yep, we get voluntold in the church every week to do something. So, okay, back over here. Okay, can you hear me? And can you hear the game? Okay. Part of why you don't do church. Yeah. You gotta find, you know, if it's something you believe in, you gotta find the right fit. I need to look at my actual game capture screen. All right. Back. Here we go. Sounds good. Thank you. Oh, okay. So maybe not so much that way. Got it. I'm Christian and love church until you were a teen mom. Tried to go back a few times and the same result each time. I hate that, Miss Radolph. I really do. That kind of stuff makes me embarrassed to be a Christian, to be honest. The way that people get judged, even though that's what we're told specifically not to do. Oh, it's no offense to me, Bryce. Yeah, you've never been the believey kind of person. Guys, and I say this to everyone that is watching too, and maybe not in the chat, I am not going to beat anybody over the head with the Bible. I am not going to ask that you watch your language around me. I'm going to curse as well. There's just going to be 2 specific phrases that I'm going to try to not use anymore. I'm not going to ask that you believe anything that I do in order to be my friend. I love everybody, and you know, that doesn't have to be a part of our relationship. Okay, so not so much with that. Okay, do these, nope! I was gonna try to swing them back and forth. Any Bible study in our family is done here at home. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You're a love everybody kind of person. Good. Good. Love everybody. Treat everybody kindly. Everyone's got their own situations, and we should try to be a little more understanding of like we were just talking about. Pro tip, don't hit the thorn bushes. Is that what those were? Man, I thought they were like porcupine friends that I was trying to wake up. Oh, what's over here? Is this something? Ooh! Spirit light container has been added to your little thingy. Find more to gain ability points. Okay, so I want to find the little balls of light. Got it. Hold B to jump higher. We use Jesus Calling and Jesus Always by Sarah Young, so all ages are covered. That's cool. I like that. Our church was doing... Nope, that's spiky stuff. Okay, whew, save that. Ours was doing, and still is, Bible studies on Zoom. Our pastor offers the same thing 3 days a week at different times so that people at home can still do their Bible studies. Because we used to do it between the 9 o'clock and the 11 o'clock services every Sunday. But now that we're not doing so much stuff in person, people can still have the Bible studies by our pastor. What did I do last time? Pretty sure I got up on that thing. Oh no, I go over. That's right. Okay, I'll get the hang of this. And then up here. And then... Nope. Okay. Your books, there's passages per day of the year. Okay. go into detail about the passage and how it can apply to you. So just like little mini devotional things every day. Sounds like, oh, okay, that's bad. So I go the other way across the thingies. Got it. Nope. I have little devotionals that I get every day in my email. And then there's also one that we can do at home, although we've been bad at not doing that one lately. So, Richard believes in something but isn't sure what. So study in our house is a bit different. Mackenzie gets options. Don't help me, Bryce. Not until I ask for it, please. I'm just playing around. Yeah, it's difficult when, you know, two people in a marriage have different beliefs. Oh, okay. I know Lee didn't know really, he hadn't really kind of solidified what he believed until, I was trying to see if there was something over there. Okay. Like kind of knew what he believed, but hadn't really solidified it. And then it was funny because I told him, when we were moving up here, he came 6 months before me because he got stationed here, but I still had to finish out the year teaching. Okay, and did I already get the thing? Okay, now I got it. So I told him, you know, well, here's 3 churches of the type of church that I go to. Find us a place to get married. Oh, you can't swim. Got it. Cool. Our church that there's something dangling from the ceiling. Is that important? I'm going to assume not right now because it hasn't told me how to do it. Oh, come on. I will get the hang of this. The first church that he went to is our church that we're at now, and he never went anywhere else because it was just so welcoming and friendly and like a perfect fit right away. So, and then he got baptized and then has been going to church ever since with me and helping with the sound and fully integrated and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it was more of just like him figuring out like confirming that what he thought was what he actually did believe, I think. Oh, water was insta-dead. Well, it wasn't insta-dead. It took down my 3 things. So, now can I jump on this? Like what? Okay. Oh, that restores your vitality. Okay, so that's vitality. Okay. Alrighty. Now what are you? You're just pretty. Okay. That's not pretty. Okay, so the 3 things at the bottom of them are vitality, and when I'm out, I die. Got it. Energy. Okay, energy's on the other side. To create a soul link and save your... I have to have a soul link filled in order to do a save? I can't just save whenever I want to? Oh dear. Okay. Oh, so I just have to... Okay, I just have to have 1. Okay. All right. Okay, okay. Oh, that's a bad sound. I haven't been told how to fight yet. What in the hell was that? I was not told how to deal with that. I can run and jump. But no, I jumped. I'm not gonna... Death. Thank you. I jumped, though. Okay. So when he's wiggling his butt, try that. Almost. I'm glad this isn't like 3 lives and out. But... Oh, he's gonna... Okay. I think I see what's gonna happen. Okay. Okay. And I'm just not getting fast enough. Okay. Okay. I can learn. I can get there. I got it. I got it. I got it. Oh. Who followed me here? Okay, so you save and then you tap A. Okay. Allows reusing soul links and shortens cooldown timer. Most pickups now float to Ori, so that'll be convenient, but maybe something else. Allows you to shoot 3 flames before recharging. I think I'm gonna be bad at this, so I'm gonna want a shorter cooldown time to be able to save more. Okay. Okay. Oop. Okay. Oh, hello. Okay. Let's do one more section. New objective, find the spirit tree. Okay. Press what? Oh, okay. So I gotta get up there, huh? Is that what it's telling me? So up there. All right. Oh, Raz, you have to go sleepy sleep now. Just want to sleep in your chair. I love you guys too. Have a good night, Rads. I appreciate you coming and staying for as long as you did. Oh. Hey, that did a thing. I did a thing. Yes, shout outs to both Miss Radolph and Bryce. Okay, so that's good to know. I can just shoot the floaty things in the sky to fill me back up again. Dang it. Like I seem to need already. Okay. Okay. Nope. I learned. Oh, but that went away. It's midnight. Have a wonderful rest of your stream. Thank you so much. All right, the arm of the other camera is like right in the way of the chat. UV oven needs tending again. No problem. What? Wait. Why? When? Huh? Do I have to go do this shit all over again? Where am I? Okay. Oh, you can kill those things too? Sweet. Okay. Nice. Nah. No, 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 no. Dang it. Bryce says, you know what I love out of the four of us? When I said I was making a drill bit, the only one that questioned that was CGL Hubs. I mean, you probably do some level of machining, right, Bryce? I assume that you were literally making a drill bit. Yeah, but machining is a bold word. I was putting teeth on a tube with a file. That's fair. You were MacGyvering a drill bit is what I'm hearing. I'm kind of hoping that when I save up my points enough in Batchild's channel to get my own entrance theme, that he'll let me tell him the one that I've created for myself, or if he's gonna want to do one for me. Because I have something that just floats through my head, and for some reason I hear it in his voice, and it's like, that would actually be really cool. You just don't know what you want? Yeah. Soul Link is ready. Spirit walls and ancient structures used to quickly traverse all of. Okay. Replenish your strength when you're weary. Cool. Game saved. And oops, here. All right. Regroup. Let's get that magnet, because then I don't have to worry about running back into danger. Okay. Oop, no. It's 10:03. Yeah, I know. I was gonna go to either 10 or 10:15. So I'm watching the time. I figure I'm gonna do the one. It's to warp. No other spirit wills. Oh, okay. I got it. I got it. I got it. Now, if I remember correctly, I think I have to go back the other. So I have to go above. Okay. Okay. And this is probably gonna do something, huh? Yep. Boing, boing, boing. But I did, though. There we go. Sort of. There we are. I found an energy shard, and they restore power to the energy cells. Stop it! Cat. Okay, and now I think I need to go up this way somewhere. Next one up. Okay. Whoop, stop. Oh, yep. Okay. Because now I can do the thing. I can't do the thing. Alright. But I can still go up here. Gonna spend time with the wifey. You're gonna lurk. Okay. Sounds good. I will probably raid us somewhere. Thank you so much, Bryce. I appreciate you. Yeah, because now I can do this and move forward. Right. Yeah, see, I made a lurk command finally. I see you lurking. Guys, I think I'm finally getting this. Now watch me die. There's probably nothing below me but water, right? There's another... Oh, a keystone. To open spirit gates, each spirit gate requires a different number of keystones. All right. Oh, looks like I can go down now. Let's see. Mistake? Nope. Oh, hey, look. A gate. Or the days of decay. Okay, so I need one more. Okay, so it's probably back this way. Okay. Hello, Kid Flash. How are you? I have been working on grouting a mosaic that is sitting right here in front of me, and I'm just playing one last little bit of Ori before I do the last step and then sign off for the night. I'm doing well. I had a very long couple of days at work and a little bit of frustration, but one of my good friends who had also had a very busy few days at work, Michael Fosbeck, he and I did some Fortnite tonight before I started my stream. So I got to let out some pent-up energy and frustration and have some good laughs with a good friend. And that helped a lot. So, and now at work, our week is kind of on the downwards trending side, so should be a good rest week. Yeah, even within a day, things can turn around. All right, and I need to go to the spirit caverns, correct? Correct. Ah! Okay, now they jump. That's fine. I have not played this game before, just so you know, Kid Flash. Important thing is to have fun. Yes. Yes, and we had lots of fun. Looking forward to doing more. Yeah, so if you did not already know this, I have not played this game before, so I'm learning how to play. And I'm really liking it so far. It's a beautiful game, beautiful soundtrack. Cried during the beginning like a emotional person, which I am. Is there one? Yep. So how has your week been going? Anything fun to report? Anything good? Anything you're looking forward to? Not really, just kind of hanging out, doing whatever. You know, hopefully you get to do something fun though. Play some games or watch some games. Do something. It's a lot of schoolwork. What kind of schoolwork you doing right now? Is this another one of those? Oh, a map stone. Okay. There's a piece missing. Gotta find the fragment. Got it. Hardest is math because you're taking geometry. Gotcha. I was good with math, but I only got so far just because I was taking my junior and senior year. I spent half the day at our high school, and then the other half a day I went to like a career tech center and took like business classes and had a part-time job. So I only went so far with the maths. 8th grade. Gotcha. Gotcha. So you are, does your high school do 9 through 12 or 10 through 12? Ours actually changed. It was, when I was a 9th grader, it was 9 through 12. So I was at the bottom of the totem pole. Then the next year they changed it so that it was 10 through 12. So once again, I was at the bottom of the totem pole. 9 through 12. So you're middle school now, but next year you'll be a high schooler. Gotcha. Gotcha. So are you doing classes like both in person and at home? Are they all one or the other, or how did your school handle it? I'm gonna have to get something to run into that. Oh, hello. No, don't. Okay. Alright, well, since that's at a save point, I'm going to switch cameras and finish up the last of this, but online, yeah, so it's more stressful. Yeah, I know different people learn in different ways, and I know for some people doing the online learning was actually really good, and I know for some people it just completely messed them up. So, you know, I feel for that. Just do the best you can, you know, ask for help when you need it. All right, so here is the mosaic that I've been working with. It's the seal of the Coast Guard. Teachers in general just give more work. Oh, I see. So they think that just because you're at home all the time, they can pile it on. Yeah. Well, probably I can kind of understand that, because if you're there in person, there's more stuff they can do with you there that might be more like hands-on, or discussions that you might not be able to have when you're online. So they have to give you more of the other work, you know, I get that. So lowest grade is a 96. Good for you. So you're still making it work. You're making it work. I applaud you for that. So what I've done with the mosaic so far is this is all glass tile that has been glued to a piece of balsa wood. Earlier tonight, I mixed up some grout. It's a sanded grout, and you mix it with water, so it's kind of a paste, kind of like, I don't know if you've ever had hummus, but it's like a hummus consistency. And then I mushed it all in here with a sponge, And when that hardens, it's going to be basically like concrete, and it's going to hold the whole thing together so that none of the glass tiles pop out. Kind of like grout in your bathroom if you've got like tiles on the floor or in the walls of your bathroom, or some people have like a kitchen backsplash. The grout is the stuff in between the tiles that kind of locks it all into place. So now we have washed this off like twice to get some of the stuff out. And so now this little tool, this is called a grout elf. And it's a palette knife that's basically got this like rubbery thing on the back of it. And when I run it over the tiles, it can kind of polish them a little bit. It's kind of hard to see in the light right here in what I've got because I washed it off pretty good with a sponge, but I'm going to be sitting here for a long time doing this, and I'm not going to stream it all, but you kind of, I'm going to hold this still so it doesn't keep shaking back and forth. Little like corners where the grout was a little thick, you can kind of just get in there and polish it and get some of the excess grout away and do a bit of that. And I just take little sections at a time and make sure that I hit each tile in that section so I don't miss anything. So I just wanted to show you guys how this part was done. And you can see how I'm getting little pieces up as I'm doing this. You kind of want to do some of this, at least I find it's easier to do it when it hasn't completely dried. But I am going to go back through and do this again once it has. So this is the part that I'm going to do tonight. And then tomorrow I'm going to go through, and it's going to take me a long time, and I'm going to take this dental pick. And I'm going to come in here and like, see here, I know there's going to be tile underneath there. So I can kind of just like dig out a little bit more of the grout and see that there's like tile underneath it. Like there's a little piece right there that I missed. And see, there's a little bit more of the white that got covered up. So that's all the little meticulous, yeah, Kid Flash, if you want to go ahead and put it in chat, I might watch it off stream first just to make sure it's okay, and then I can put it up and we can watch it together. Clip of our friend Leroy LaCroix, who you saw me making the can of hype for. We'll watch that in just a second. Kid Flash, I'm almost done here telling people what to do. So that is going to be very time consuming. This is going to be my entire evening tomorrow after I stream, or before I stream probably, because I'm streaming drawing tomorrow night, and that's probably going to be later depending on when, if Fosbeck streams any more of the medium. So this part though, the dental pick, I'm going to do when it's dry. I could sit here and do it all when it's wet, but there's not really a need to do it. So I'm going to polish this all once through. I'm going to let it dry overnight. I'm going to go through with a dental pick and clean out all the little grout lines. Then I'm going to polish it one more time, and then it's done. Then it's ready to ship. I'm going to put a hanger on the back of it, and it's going to go off to its merry home. The black-brown thing, what are you talking about? This, like this stuff right here, that's the grout. Yep. So this is the stuff that I mixed. It's a powder, like you see all this powder I've got around here everywhere. It's a powder that's mixed with water. So it's like a consistency of almost like a Wendy's Frosty or hummus. And then it's going to dry overnight, and it's actually going to get lighter in color. So you see it right now, it's more brown, but by the time it's done, it's going to look... it's going to look more like this light gray color when it's done. So that will lighten up. And like there's a lot of stuff in here where all the little teeny tiny pieces of tile are that's got a lot of extra grout on it right now. So by the time I pick all of that out of there, it's going to really clean up the picture. It's like taking a zoom on a camera and just giving it that little bit of extra sharpness. So let me see what this clip is before I watch it. Hang on just a second. Oh, he's playing Black Ops. Okay, let's see this. I don't have a I need to put on a display capture because I don't have one on this overlay yet. Display capture. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Put you back here. Of course, it's not low enough yet. Ah! I got this new mouse and I like it. I'm holding it up to a camera that you can't see. That's cool, Heather. But it's really difficult to hold like the click down and then still scroll. So let's turn you off. Okay. All right, let's see this clip here. All right, I don't know if you guys can hear this, but we'll see. Just let me see. I just want to check. Desktop audio. Okay. Oh, good. So you've been hearing Ori this entire time, too. Nice. All right, let's see what our friend Leroy did. Yeah, I enjoy playing games with him because he's very animated and he's very screamy, just like me. Just like me. Very, very screamy. All right, let me get this. Am I dying in my game? What is happening? I'll figure it out later. Where's my stupid camera? There it is. We're just gonna make me bigger for a second. Hi! All right, you can just, let's have you go away. There we go. Boop. Boop. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. It was nice to sit and chat with friends. And Kid Flash is going to hop off too because he's got school tomorrow. Thank you, Kid Flash, for stopping by. I appreciate it. Glad you got to learn a little something about glass mosaics. For anyone who is interested in... Oh, that looks interesting. For anyone who is interested in having me kind of slow this down a little bit and work through a project with you that you might be wanting to do, I'm going to put in a link to my Discord. Feel free to message me anytime. I'm not going to hit my microphone this time. So it is in the chat. You can reach me on the Twitters and on the Instagrams. I'm kind of not using Facebook so much anymore. I check notifications and I post stuff there, but Twitter or Instagram is the best way to get a hold of me. So you will see my socials here in a second. It's going to say starting soon. I might do the ending soon and just move some things around while we're talking, but actually no, I take that back. I'm going to raid someone. And I know who I'm going to raid because I'm going to end up there anyway. No, actually, you know what? I might not. We are going to drop in on our friend, Robert Highwind. He's doing his, Cyberbane Wednesdays. He plays Cyberpunk, and he's got a whole shtick where he turns into Bane. Raid Robert Highwind. I hope you are doing well, and if you're not doing well, I hope that you know that you have people that you can talk to. This whole streaming community that I've found between me and Miss Envy, Bryce, Miss Radolph, Batchild, Beard in the Hair, all of us care about our friends, people we don't know. People that watch our videos, we care about everyone. We want to make sure you know that you are not alone if you're going through difficult times. Talk to someone. Even if you don't like talking about things, just say, hey, I don't know what I need, but I need something. And we can do one-on-one. We can get a little group chat together. We can just screw around and play a game off stream and get you to be distracted for a little while and lighten up about stuff. But things are never so bad that there isn't a way out and there isn't a solution. So know that you have people that care about you, even if you've never met them before. We will always be here to make sure that you guys are taken care of. So be kind to each other, wear a mask, stay safe, and let us go check in on our friend, Robert Highwind, and see what shenanigans he is up to in Cyberpunk. Love you guys. Have a good night. We'll be back tomorrow with some drawing. See you soon.